皆さん、また来てくださってありがとうございます。こちらはマンハッタンニューヨーク火曜日の午後です。ということでね、トランプさんの選挙の状況としてはもう全然負ける気がしないという勢い、破竹の勢いっていう感じです。あと犯人、暗殺未遂のこれだけがね、私ね、すごく心配なんですね。それでね、今ね、5つのトランプさんをそういう亡き者にしようとするグループがあって、1個がイラン系、1個がウクライナ系、1個がアフガニスタン系、もうあと2個はドメスティック系っていうことで、本当にね、今回のルース、この人はウクライナ系だったんですよね。で、この人が送りつけた箱があって、そこから手紙が出てきたので、今日はこの新情報を上げてみたいと思います。それとトランプさんがFOX に出て、なんとなくこうリラックスしたトランプさんが見れたので、このほんわかトランプさんを乗っけてみたいと思います。まずは犯人の新情報です。どうぞ。
This is a Fox News alert. In about 2 hours, the suspect in the second assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump will be back in federal court, where a judge will determine whether he can be released on bail.
Brooke Singman has brand new reporting that has come out in the last half hour about the suspect's movements and a note he wrote long before the attempt. Brooke?
Yeah, that's right, guys. So Ryan Ruth will appear in a West Palm Beach courtroom today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This is the DOJ releases this letter from Ruth where he says, quote, "This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump." Now, this letter came from a civilian that contacted police after they say Ruth dropped off a box at their house several months prior to the attempt. After learning of the incident, the witness opened this box and found ammunition with the letter that also says he will offer $150,000 to whoever can, quote, complete the job if he failed. The DOJ also saying Ruth had 6 cell phones and 2 license plates, and his internet history revealed he looked up Trump locations into October and how to travel from Palm Beach to Mexico. Last week, he was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. The charges came after a Secret Service agent noticed what appeared to be a rifle poking out of a chain-link fence at former President Trump's Florida golf course while Trump was golfing. The Secret Service agent fired in that direction of the rifle. A witness spotted Ruth then fleeing from the area, and he was arrested shortly after. Now, the 2 charges carry a combined maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, but federal prosecutors say stronger charges could be coming. Meanwhile, the House has unanimously passed a bill to enhance Secret Service protection for presidential candidates, and that bill is now heading to the Senate. Guys.
So she had policies that she's now changed 14 policies about fracking. She was totally against for 15 years fracking. Now all of a sudden, a short while ago, she came out in favor of fracking. Same thing with guns. She said, no, I don't want to take your guns. I don't want to. For 20 years she's wanted to take your guns. All of a sudden, a short while ago, she said, no, I don't want to. One thing about a politician, they always revert back to where they were at the beginning, because that's what their natural inclination is. Her father is a Marxist professor. I mean, that's the way it is. And he's currently, and I don't know what happened to the father, but we haven't seen him. I'd love to be able to talk to him. You know, Barack Hussein Obama's brother is supporting Trump. There's Governor Walz. His brother and his whole family is supporting me. In fact, they want to make contributions to my campaign.
Well, to be fair, a lot of brothers are supporting President Trump.
That's true. That's true.
Lay up.
That's what we do over here.
It is funny. Waltz is a strange dude.
Oh, he's strange.
He is
he's
strange.
crazy.
Him and I are the same age. How does he look so much younger?
No, he's a strange guy.
Strange.
You know, he called up years ago. I was in the White House, and he said, my house is being surrounded by people with American flags. I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He said, I think they're going to attack me. This was during the riots and everything else. They were MAGA people. You know, they like the American flag, all right? And they also had Trump. And I said, how do you know? There were about 15,000, He said, could you put out a word like that I'm your friend? I don't even know him, but that's the only time I ever spoke to him. And if you look back long ago, tweets, before Truth, tweets, long ago, I put out a statement, he's a good man, the governor, he's on our side. I didn't know him, but I didn't want him to get hurt. and everybody put down their flags when they left. He said it was a miracle. He said it was a miracle. I didn't want him to get hurt.
Scared by the American flag.
They just.
And they say he's not a nice guy. I would have had fun with that. I'm like, call the barbecue, go outside.
He remembers it, actually. He was a little bit nervous about things. They had one guard. He said, we have one guard at the door. It was the mansion from the state. Then he said, we have one guard at the door, and you have 15,000 people out there. And I'm a little bit, I don't know, they look violent. I said, are they carrying the American flag? They're not going to be violent.
Yes.
But I put out a statement, and they just went back. It was sort of a beautiful thing in a lot of ways.
Yeah. That's a happy ending.
One thing I'll say about President Trump that is genuinely unique is, look, he obviously is incredibly successful and incredibly wealthy. Like, nobody's gonna ever pretend that Donald Trump is a working class person, at least now in his life. But Trump actually really likes the people that he leads. And that includes, by the way, the people who didn't vote for him. He still really likes those people. And that is, I think, what is very different about President Trump versus, frankly, most of America's leadership is when the cameras are off and they don't think anybody's listening, they talk about how much they think their own citizens are dumb, or, well, yeah, the public thinks this because the public doesn't understand economics. Or, well, if the public was just smarter, they would realize how smart Kamala Harris is for wanting to, destroy Social Security and Medicare for illegal immigration, right? They actually think that their own people are stupid, and they don't like them. But Donald Trump actually likes people, and I think it's one of the secrets to his success as a political candidate. So let me give you an example of this. So the Saturday morning that President Trump was shot, I don't know if I've ever talked about this publicly, but I was down in Mar-a-Lago for the first time talking about becoming his vice presidential nominee. And it was kind of these crazy things because all these reporters would stick microphones in my face and say, you're clearly on the short list, and have you talked to President Trump about it? And I'd say, no, I haven't. In fact, I don't even know if I'm actually on the short list because I've never spoken with him. So the Saturday morning, I'm in Mar-a-Lago, we're talking about the VP thing, and he's like, I like to talk to everybody about who should be the VP. I spent about 30 minutes talking to the gardener at Mar-a-Lago about who he thought should be the vice presidential nominee. And I'm sitting there, sweating bullets like, well, sir, what did the gardener at Mar-a-Lago have to say about who should be the VP? Because this is a question that actually really impacts my life. So,
do you know the gardener, or is it just random?
No, but again, he actually likes to know what people think about things. That's one of his secrets of success as a political leader.